That was a good clack today on my end. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I said, no, I'm gonna put some power behind that. I said, boom.
Mine's just
Yours
collection.
sounds better because yours is also bigger and newer.
Yes.
So, and I'm pretty sure yours is made out of wood. Mine is plastic. So,
This
I
is
think it's time
plastic.
for a new fan. Oh, is it?
This is plastic.
That'll work. Wow, I need a new one.
Yeah.
I like this one. It's the old standard,
Yes.
but I think I'm due for a new one. So,
Yes.
if someone wants to send fans my way, great, cool, love it, also wonderful and great. Thank you. But hello, Divas, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. Gay. We are drinking the remnants of this beautiful kombucha that I had. It's really good. Better Booch, not sponsored, but I wish we were. Cherry Retreat, but I am drinking the rest of it out of my cup mug. Cup mug. Come on. Ow.
Ew. And I am Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. And since we're talking about the UK, I know you love you some tea as well. Purr. So if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up, period. And I'm not drinking tea right now because I drank it all, but I am drinking water. Because water is important, hydration is important.
Yes,
But
of
if I
course.
was drinking anything like I would drink it out of my cup mug. Uh-huh. And if it's one thing I know about you Brits, you love you some tea and you need a mug to drink it out of. So why not get you a cup mug at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com because we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Yeah, UK, I'm looking at you. Get you a cup mug
Ow.
or or any of our other cup official merch at Lana G's
Including but not
Creations.
limited to cup mug.
Yes, at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. Period.
Well, we are back, Lana. It is week 3 of Drag Race UK Series 5. And I have to say, another great episode.
Great episode. I'm still loving it. I
It,
laugh so much. I
uh,
still laugh. Okay, let me just put this out there on Front Street right now.
mhm.
Kate Bush is the most funniest queen I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, wow.
I have to give my stand card to the Kate Bush
All right.
because I am standing, I am loving, I'm here for it. She makes me laugh. That's it. I'm like RuPaul when she's around. I'm laughing at everything she does, and this episode was no exception.
You can tell RuPaul and Michelle both got their good little sleep in between filming. I think it was Down Under in this because I think that's the way that the schedule goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because they film US and then they film All Stars back to back, and then I'm pretty sure they film UK and then they go up to US. And now currently, they may or may not be headed to Colombia.
Uh huh. Oh,
Which I'm kind of gagged over, if I'm being honest. I didn't think it was going to be RuPaul's thing,
oh.
but I'm excited for it. Video coming soon regarding why RuPaul and Michelle are going to be in Colombia.
Oh.
I'm planning things. Let me cook, Lana. Let me cook.
I'll add the spice. Pear.
Period. Her, if you will.
Per, if
But
you will.
we walked back into the workroom and we only got a little bit of Lexus.
A little bit of that.
Just a little bit of Lexus.
Alexis is
This is one
gone.
of those seasons where I'm truly like, can no one go home? I don't want anyone to go home.
It's very sad. It was very sad. Everybody's good. But Alexis is gone. She leaves a lovely little notes.
Yeah.
And everybody agrees that if she just has a little bit more confidence in
Yeah.
herself, she probably would have still been there. But
Well, I blame part of that on Dee Dee, but whatever.
right.
So we are doing our, we get the da da the intro music.
Uh-huh.
We see fucking Naomi and who was it? Dee Dee? It was Dee Dee.
Dee Dee.
Naomi and Dee Dee go up and they do a little titty bump.
Titty bump. And they fall. And they fall.
Can we please stop having knee injuries affecting my favorites on Drag Race UK? If I had a nickel for every time this had happened, I would have 2 nickels, and I don't think I want 2 nickels.
No.
Because this is the second time this has happened with a knee injury
Yep.
that could have been avoided.
Yep. If we stop roughhousing around and being silly like people do.
I'm angry about it.
I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Because then Naomi comes into the workroom the next day and says, well, I gotta stay off my knee. And I'm like, fuck no.
Like, no.
Because the last time this happened, my literal favorite on series 3 of Drag Race UK had to go home because of it.
Oh.
And we don't know whether Naomi has to go home yet.
No.
I'm praying.
I hope not.
I'm praying. But they come in to the workroom the next day. Obviously, Naomi has her injury, but we go straight into RuPaul walking into the workroom. Now, Lana,
Yes.
did you notice that for the first time on Series 5 of Drag Race UK, they showed a zoomed out image of all 9 queens?
Yes. Yes. I don't think we have to worry about the weird editing anymore.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Thank God. And I'm sure they're thankful too.
Truly and honestly, they did the wide pan, and I was like, it's a wide pan! Yay! I was so thrilled. I was like, we see everyone in one shot! Yay!
It was so good. I was so happy. I was like, thank you. We don't have to worry about this
Truly.
anymore. We don't have to worry about it anymore because it was weird for these first two episodes.
It still made them enjoyable. They were still enjoyable episodes for sure.
For sure.
But, yeah.
It was still weird editing.
Yes. So we find out that our Maxi challenge this week is the girl group.
That made me excited.
The challenge Drag Race UK is known for. The challenge. Okay. Lana, you're going to get real acquainted with some UK girl groups because they're already on the Lana Reacts list. And rightly so, because they're good. But we are breaking into a team of 5 and a team of 4. Mm-hmm. Now, my T told me wrong. Because my T had said that it was 3 groups of 3. But no, it's a group of 5 and a group of 4. And RuPaul said, I'm going to let y'all decide. And the moment RuPaul stopped, that group of 5 was just like, it was literally as if all of them had magnets in their bodies that turned on the moment that RuPaul said, we're going to let you pick your teams. And they just said, ah! And so that 5 ends up being Michael Marouli, Vicki, Dee Dee, Cara, and Tomara. Meaning that we have everybody else on the other team being Ginger, Kate, Banksy, and Miss Naomi. And Naomi even says it later, but she's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that group would have ended up picking me had my knee not been dodgy. And I'm like, yeah, because I love Naomi, and I do love this group that ended up forming. Yes. We'll talk about it. Yes. But, like, I would have thought that Naomi would have ended up in... I would have swapped... Like, if you're going off of the stereotype thing, I would have swapped Naomi with Dee Dee.
Yes.
That would have... Or with Tomara, because then it would have been all Northern girls still.
True. Yeah.
I really did not realize how many Northern girls were on this season until they were like, oh, yeah, this whole group is Northern, plus Tamara. I think, is Northern.
Yeah.
originally.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh wow, good for the Northern girls. We have one
I
on
guess.
the channel sometimes. But I was like, cool, work, lovely. And I love Kate and Banksie and Ginger throughout this whole episode just being like, we're leftovers, I guess.
The
Like
misfits. We're the
and
misfits.
and even Tomara shading all of them. I was like, normally if someone did it this way, I would be like annoyed and angry. But for some reason, I just find this all lighthearted and fun. And I think it's just because I'm really enjoying Tomara.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying Tomara.
Yeah.
And especially in the drama, we didn't talk about it when they come back into the workroom, where Banksy decides she's gonna stir the pot.
I said, Banksy, girl.
Banksy is that girl. I thought she was.
She is that girl.
But she's like, I don't know if the safe girls know what happened on the runway. And then all the safe girls are like, oh, tell us the tea.
Popcorn, baby. Popcorn. I was like,
popcorn. And then Tomara is just like, now why the fuck are you bringing this up? And Cara's just like, why the fuck are you bringing this up?
And she was like, I mean, I just wanted to tell them. And she's like, and then she's like, and how, I mean, but
it's a big but.
It ended amicably, I thought, right?
Oh yeah.
And they were like, yeah, of course. And they were like, so how do you feel about it?
Amicable.
And Tomorrow was like, I mean, Cara was like, I mean, it's fine. She just didn't. And we're sisters. We fight, but we still love each other. She said sometimes we don't think. And she didn't think. And it was like, she was oblivious. And Tomorrow was like, oblivious. But, okay, girl.
A dragonfly.
Like, okay, girl, but whatever. And they were like, "Oh, Banksie, you really came for this shade." She was like, "What?"
Me,
girl.
I just wanna relax and get out of drag and live in my handkerchiefs.
I was like, "Girl,
I love Banksie.
Girl.
I love this cast. This cast is serving, and they are breaking what is kind of an odd season curse.
Oh,
because in a lot of people's minds, objectively, season 2 and season 4 of UK are the best ones.
Okay.
And a lot of people believe that season 3 is the worst.
Okay.
For many reasons, including but not limited to the fact that the entire season was filmed in like 3 weeks when they normally get like a month and a half.
Okay.
So the whole season was rushed. It was a whole like COVID thing.
Okay.
I enjoy the season, and it's because of the cast. But regardless, I'm so enjoying it. 3 episodes in, I'm so just really enjoying this season so far.
Me too.
And it's because of everyone. Like, there's no one that's really a weak link, other than Naomi with her weak knee. But like,
but even then, she still was. Well, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it because I was entertained. But yeah, so we're doing girl groups. It is Don't Ick My Yum. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Now, Lana, are you familiar with the artist Fleur East?
No.
So she has a really popular song called Sax. That's one of my favorite songs.
No.
You might have heard it. I'm not too sure. But it's this very like upbeat, jazzy pop. Mm-hmm. And that's immediately what this reminded me of.
Okay.
I was like, oh, this sounds like Fleur East. Like... And I loved that this is also very different from anything they've really had for girl groups for UK.
Okay.
So I was really thrilled about that. I was like, oh, this is different and fun and kind of funky, cool sort of situation. Mm-hmm. So I was really intrigued by the song, intrigued by what the girls were going to do. But we go to filming with Michelle Visage.
Mm-hmm.
And
they come up with the names. The first group's name is the Fierce Force 5. Fierce Force 5. And then the other groups is the M52s, which I enjoyed. Because
there's the M52 highway.
And
it's based
then
on the
B52s. That was like...
I loved that. I was
like,
love
that.
Cute.
I like their name better than the Fierce Force 5, but I like the Fierce Force 5 too.
Yeah. What stood out to me the most in this recording, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, Lana, one of the things, Kate Butch, the rapstress.
Who knew?
Like, I'm gonna go ahead and just say right now, Kate had my favorite verse out of anybody.
I loved her verse.
I thought there could have been a universe where Kate won this challenge.
Yeah.
And I understand why they did what they did, and we'll talk about it. But like, there is a universe where I think Kate could have won this challenge, and I would have said absolutely without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I thought her verse was really good. I enjoyed her verse. I enjoyed Banksie's verse.
Banksy's is good.
And I actually enjoyed Miss Naomi Carter's verse from that group. I think I enjoyed everybody's verse, actually.
Ginger's was also good.
Yeah, I think everybody's verse from that group was a good verse.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about the other group, I don't think there was a bad verse in there either.
I think the thing is, no one did abysmal in this challenge.
Right.
And we'll talk about it, because I definitely could have named a bottom two.
Okay.
I obviously, the reason no one was sent home was because this cast was supposed to be 12 people.
Right.
A queen dropped out before casting even started, and then obviously the crystal of it all. So I understand why they did 2 top 2s. I get it. But I could have justified a bottom 2.
We could have saved this none for another time.
Well, I don't know, because with what they're doing next week, I don't know whether it had to be an 8-person thing.
Maybe.
Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Maybe. Which makes
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So we do the recording with Michelle. We then go to choreography, where they're all choreographing each other, or they're choreographing their own things. And it becomes very apparent very quickly that Cara is the choreographer
most definitely.
Without a shadow of a doubt. It's Cara. And she's, she's going to choreograph it well, but it's not going to be the gentlest process in the world, because she is a dancer.
Exactly.
So we get Cara Tomorrow drama, part 2.
Dancers talk to each other differently.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not a dancer, you don't feel like they're being fair because they're picking on you. But they're like, no, we get it right until we do it. And we do it till we get it right. We just don't stop. Just keep going. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Because that's how you practice. And even singers are like that. Yeah, your voice is tired, but you got to practice. You got to sing it again. Sing that note again. You can sing one note 15 minutes. Da, that's not right. Hit it again. Da, that's not right. Hit it again. Da, and you do it until you get it right. Because if you practice it wrong, you end up performing it wrong. That's the mentality we have. And so her as a dancer, she's like, if you practice it wrong, you got to do it wrong. So let's do it. And Tomorrow's like, hey, I'm good. I got it. Let me sleep on it. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to work it. I'm going to get it. Don't worry about it. I understand. I know what you're saying. Let's do it. And it was like, okay. And the other group was sitting there like, uh-oh, argument again. Another argument on stage. Here we go. I'm like, Lord, please don't let this be their legacy. Like, I want that to move on. But she choreographed, but she was on it, and then it was between then Dee was like, that's too much. It's too hard. It's too much. I was like, it was funny. It was tough, but she was giving them quality moves. It looked good. Even in practice, it looked good. I was like, oh, I'm impressed.
And I mean, especially compared to the other group, who has to work around none of them not really being dancers.
Number one.
And the one person that's kind of a dancer has a dodgy knee.
Yep.
So...
Oof.
Big oof. But,
they work it out. They do their thing.
They worked it out. They did things.
Mm-hmm.
Things were done.
They knew what their strengths were, and they knew where they weren't going to excel. So they were like, let's just use up our strengths to do this and
Yeah.
make it work. So then we go back into the workroom the next day. It was time
Yes.
for the to get ready for the elimination. And we did find out that the runway was Night of 1,000 Pop Icons.
See,
And
this
I
is
was,
how I want them to do this category. Is you're gonna
yes,
do like I
Night of
want
a
to see just
Thousand.
pick one,
Right.
and in this case, two people
Anyone.
pick the same one because you both have called yourself the Beyonce of something. So
I
I get
mean,
it,
it
but
makes sense.
yes,
I was looking for Janet, or Tina, but
there's
I
not
get
enough
it.
black people on this season to do that, Lana.
They could do Janet. One of them could have did Janet. One of them could have did Tina. But both of them did Beyonce. Like it's more black pop icons for you to do besides
I
Beyonce.
agree with you. I expected Beyonce from both of them because quite literally, Naomi was like, first of all, Carter.
No, my
Second of
name
all,
is Naomi Carter.
her top line on her Instagram bio is the Beyonce of Doncaster, and then quite literally, Cara's is the Beyonce of the UK. So as soon as I heard that
Oh,
it
I
was
knew what was
pop
happening.
icon, I was like, well, what Beyonce look are we getting? I'm excited. Like that's where I
Right.
ended
I
up.
was very fine with the dueling Beyonces, and I think they did well. But
Yeah.
yeah. But I was excited. So we talked. Everybody's getting ready for getting ready for the show,
Yep.
and then we have the Emmy moment of it all, which is actually not a trauma moment, but a good moment. It was a
Oh, it was
moment.
so good.
It was a moment where Cara was explaining how she came into her own, really, and how she finally learned to accept who she was and being trans and just growing up feeling depressed at who she was. She did not liking who she was, looking in the mirror, but realizing that she could be more. And then said when she started doing drag, she was like, "Am I just a boy in drag? No, I'm a woman in drag. I feel like a woman in drag." And so she said she was in drag and she never wanted to take drag off. That's how she knew she was supposed to be a woman and she was supposed to be a trans woman. And so she went on that journey and she was like 3 months in of taking these hormones. I'm just like, yes, I'm touching my titties and I'm like, yes, I'm loving myself. And I love that. I love when she can come out and just say, I'm happy. Finally, I'm happy at being who I on this journey of being who I want to be, being that person who I feel like I've been in my whole life, and now I can finally express that and be that and live that truth. And I love that for her. And she just looks so happy. And I love seeing that. She was just like, and I'm just happy to be me. I'm happy to say that I am a trans woman and I am a woman and I'm happy and I'm finally who I am and who I felt I was inside. And I love that for her.
I was so happy to hear all of that from her as well. Because I didn't realize her transition was so recent.
Hmm.
Or starting, let me rephrase that. Her transition has been going on for a while, but she's finally on hormones and like
Right. To fully
fully starting her
transition.
physical transition.
Yes.
That's what I meant to say, physical
Yes.
transition. But I'm so happy for her, and I mean, she's giving me the entertainment this season, and
Yep.
oh god, I adore her.
I adore her. Ugh, I adore mostly all of these girls. Like
I
for
adore this
sure.
entire cast. The
The
cast
cast
is
is great.
good.
The cast is great.
Uh,
The cast is great.
but yeah, that was kind of the only moment that we get of
Yep,
that.
that was it. Because we went right into
RuPaul in her little scoochie woochie dress.
a little coochie coochie dress, baby. I was like,
No, I gotta. Did they just forget to tease the other part of her wig?
oh,
Because it
child.
was like big, volume, frizzy, flat. I'm
Baby,
like,
I was like, oh,
"Oh, all right,
okay,
okay,
RuPaul, what's this? You gonna show
sure.
all your. Okay.
I I guess. And guest judge, Sophie Ellis Baxter. Oh my god, I loved it.
Cool.
You have no clue who she is.
I don't.
You know the song Murder on the Dance Floor.
I've heard
It's
it.
Murder on the Dance Floor.
I've heard it only because somebody did it on the Drag Race that I just watched.
Yes, that's her.
Okay, good. Good for her.
Yes. And they didn't do the song. I was disappointed.
No.
I was disappointed. But let's talk about our girl groups.
Woo!
First up, the Fierce Force 5. And don't worry, Lana, I have lyrics.
Ooh, aren't you special?
Because someone uploaded them to genius.com. So thank you for that.
Love it.
So do we want to do verse and then talk about it? Verse and then talk about it? Cool.
Yes.
So we're going to start, obviously, with the Fierce Force 5 in order, starting with Michael Marouli. No, I'm not going to do this in any sort of beat because that's just not going to happen. But Michael's verse. She's giving you the Geordie flavor, the Marouli taste that you want to savor. I don't like men with bad fash. It gives me the ick and I'm a gasp. I get a rash. All right, lads, what's the crack? I'm sick of seeing socks with sliders. I'm Greek. I'm bad. You're a big ball sack. And there's no way you're getting inside her.
Let me just say this. Your ick, Michael Marouli, is my ick. I'm sick of seeing men with socks and sliders as well. I hate it. Drives me crazy. This verse was fine. It was good. I love that I'm Greek. I'm Greek. I'm
Greek. I'm bad. You're a big ball sack.
I was like, okay.
Give her a Grammy or whatever the UK equivalent is.
Yeah. Give it to her.
Yes. So, Vicki Vivacious was up next. This Cornish girl don't care. Twink, otter, cub, or bear. I've kissed some frogs, but found my prince. Love is in the air. Sleep on me, you'll have regrets. Queen's on top, maybe place your bet. In love, so I'm off now. So DM me, you hoes.
Not my favorite.
My least favorite, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think it was bad by any means.
No, just it wasn't.
But it wasn't good.
No. No. Yeah.
Vicki should consider herself very lucky.
Very lucky.
You better thank Miss Lube. Because otherwise, baby.
I don't know how they judge. I don't know how they do they win? Teams win? Like I'm like sure.
So every other season that they've done this, the entire team has won.
Okay, so I'm like,
this is the first, and that's why they bring it up in Untucked. Like this is the first time. Like literally last season when they did it, 6 people won the challenge.
Right, and that's the thing. She has to feel very lucky that even if they would have done that, she would have been on a winning team. Because, baby, she should have been in our bottom if they would have just.
She should have been lip syncing for her life to this Becky Hill song.
Yes, it should have been like.
And I love Vicki, and I hate that, but like her verse was not great.
No.
She dropped choreo the whole time.
Yep.
And there's several moments where you look, and she's just looking over at Cara for what to do.
Yep.
It's like, girl. You gotta thank your lucky stars, your Union Jacks, your whatever. Like it was just Anyway, DeDeLicious is up next. Hey bitch, don't give me the ick. Chew in my ear and I'm gonna be sick. Body curves, extra large hips. Need me a guy who can take care of this. Miss Licious, the glamour clown. Dee smash. I shook the ground. I'm not going to do it. Stamped face, painted mean. Like the mirror, wipe the competition clean.
Okay.
It's good.
That's fine.
I also would have put Dee in the bottom too. Right there next to Vicki. Because I think her individual performance was really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, and they bring it up on the runway, she was a beat ahead of everybody.
Everybody, because she was.
And
Mm,
I love the enthusiasm, but
yeah. This is a group routine. You have to be with the group. Unfortunately, you weren't with the group.
Yeah. What the? I gotta go into the episode because they have Cara's lyrics on here, and I know they're not right. They're not even close to right. They literally say the second line of hers is, "On your action, she walks like my fantasy." That's not correct. So thank you for these lyrics, genius.com, whoever uploaded them, but they're wrong. So unfortunately for you, that's the case. Maybe, maybe don't do that next time. Okay, thanks. But okay, I got it. Okay. Cara's verse. Sweet, salty, sticky if you're nasty. I'm your action shiro sci-fi fantasy. Miss Mel's a sexy queen, I know. Misgendering has got to go. Black trans lives matter every day.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Great.
Fantastic.
Great.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
No complaints.
None.
She looks so hot.
Super hot.
Oh, I was like, oh my God. Work, bitch. But yeah, I was like, great verse. Wonderful, fantastic. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And last up, Tomara.
Mm-hmm.
Tomara Thomas, the femme fatale, with a fire in my fanny, I'll take you to hell. But I'm the angel of the north, your daddy's favorite sauce, so put this face on your billboards. Got the bass in my walk like Naomi, me and my girls snatching trophies. So come on, bitch, don't give me the ick. I'll show you how to jump split.
Period.
And then she jumped split.
This
would have been my favorite verse had it not been for so put this face on your billboards, because that doesn't rhyme. Also, she rhymed Naomi with trophy.
Trophies.
Plural. Plural trophies. I would like to point out to the audience. Plural trophies.
Oh, man.
And then, like, the first half of her verse is great.
I'll teach you how to jump split.
Okay, girl.
Okay, sure.
Work, diva. All right, sure.
All right.
Okay.
But she looks great.
But she's beautiful.
Beautiful.
So it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite verse overall out of this is Cara's.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's probably Tomara's. Let's just be honest here.
I'm going to go back to Marouli.
That's my third for sure. But
yeah.
And then the other two.
Yeah.
And now we're just going to move on.
To the M52s.
M52s. All right.
I'm going to say this.
Uh-huh.
I like them. I like them a lot.
I'm going to be honest, Lana.
I like them a lot.
I think this group should have won. And I think all four of them should have won. I was more entertained by this group.
Me too.
I was more entertained by this group. I really did. I was like, they turned it out. They did the absolute best that they could.
Yeah.
And it's very convenient that all of them are comedy queens.
Yeah.
So they could, for example, have Michael put Naomi's foot in her mouth.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
She should have won for that alone.
Baby.
Baby.
I was so entertained. Like, I feel like the other one gave me what I expect from a girl group. They gave me what a music video should look like, what a stage show would look like, blah, blah, blah. And some pyros, that would have been a perfect stage show. This gave me what I felt like if I was in a club at a drag show and a group of queens was giving me a funny but great music moment in the show. I mean, same difference. Put some pyro in there. This is a great stage show. Like they killed this. I enjoyed both of them a lot, but I enjoyed them. Like they just gave me more. I laughed. I loved. It was so much happening, and I was like, oh, I love that. And then I was like, and the fact that they had to play around, the fact that somebody had a bum knee, they did it skillfully and masterfully. It was so good. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
I did really enjoy it. But let's talk about our verses, shall we, Lana?
We shall.
We shall. Because first up, starting off strong, Kate Butch.
Uh-huh.
It's me, Kate Butch. Let me in at your window. Might be thick, but don't call me a bimbo. Running up that hill just to weather your heights, and I'll climb to the top like the ladder in your tights. Perfect, pretty, posed, whatever. Grab a mic and string a sentence together. Learned how to rap, and I'm doing it incredibly. If you can't love yourself, go to therapy. This is one. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to definitively say right now, this is one of the best verses that has ever been written for a girl group challenge on Drag Race, period. Across the whole damn world.
I love this so much. This is
It's
one of my favorite
so
verses.
good.
It was so good. And she performed it so good. Oh, it was so good. And
This is making me more upset that this group didn't win.
right. She's like, if you can't love yourself, go to therapy. I'm like, oh,
If you can't love yourself, go to therapy.
like wow.
I'm mad again.
I love that. I thought that was so funny.
But I'm mad again, but I'm not mad again, but I'm mad again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's talk about Banksie.
Yes.
My ick is all the girls who say they're bloody gorgeous. Their face is full of filler and their egos are enormous. Hi-Ru, what you had for your tea. Sausage and mash, yeah, dead sexy. Mothers can eat. Well, that ain't it, because I'm loving myself like a pig in again. 2 for 2.
Cute.
So good.
And the way they performed it,
I love Banksie's bodysuit here too.
Yeah.
And back to Kate for a second, because I can't stop talking about Kate Butch. This is my favorite thing anyone wore in this challenge. And I was so gagged seeing this on Kate. I was like, what the fuck? Because it's just so different from anything else she's shown. I was just like, oh my God, what? Like, do these 4 people go together? No. Do I care? No.
No. You know why? Because not all girl groups have to dress alike.
Spice Girls.
Never do.
Period. Never did.
Love it.
Yeah. Let's talk about Ginger.
Yeah.
Turfs and Tories make me spew. There's no hate on my menu. Tolerance and self-respect. Loosen up my gag reflex. 5, 6, 7, shablam. I already ate and I had ham. I want meat, but I want it tender. Stew me slowly. I'll surrender. 3 for 3.
So stupid, and I love it. It's so good.
I'm mad.
I loved it. I think
I'm
they
mad
wrote
again.
The best verses. They wrote the best verses.
Because then we go for 4 with Miss Naomi Carter. Time for a breakdown. Go glue your lace down. Donnie Girl is here to take the race down. Carter is a starter. Slaying the game from Hull to Jakarta. That alone should have won her the challenge. But then you give me the ick. You make me feel sick. The way you grab on my taking to this like haddock to batter. Roses are white, but Black Lives Matter. Period. Hey, guess what, Lana? I'm mad again. I'm upset again.
That was the all good verses. Every last one of them.
Angry again.
Really good verses. I know.
And their performance was good.
It was so good.
Like, honest to God, if I had to name one winner for this challenge, I'm so happy with who won. Let me make it very clear. Yes. So thrilled. So happy with who won. But happy. Honestly, my winner would have been Naomi.
Oh, period.
Because she sat on that couch and she served cunt. And her verse was so good. She did everything she needed to. She put her foot in someone's mouth. Mm-hmm. She deserved that win.
Period.
And so what I'm learning is that RuPaul does not feature any of these girls. That's what I learned from this experience. Because what they could have done is they could have put Vicki and DeDe in the bottom two, and it probably would have been a great lip sync. And there definitely would have been justification to keep them both.
True.
Again, am I mad with what happened? No. But am I mad with what happened? Yes. Like, that's where I'm at. Oh, but it was so good.
It was so good.
Regardless,
so good.
I don't think anyone deserved to go home because both groups were so good.
Yes.
So
good.
But I'm angry again.
Let's go to the runway, shall we?
It's fine. Runway! Category is Night of 1,000 Pop Icons. Now, Lana.
Yes.
Who would you have done for this category?
Janet Jackson.
Yeah. I get that.
I would have found her most iconic look and just
yeah.
Dragged it up. Like, could you imagine a dragged up Rhythm Nation look? Like, it's just black pants and a black shirt.
There is someone that does reviews on YouTube who has done many Janet looks, and I believe she did Rhythm Nation recently.
Oh, love it. Either a Janet Jackson, because I know everybody did a Tina Turner. I know there's several
Tina's been done.
I know. I don't know, because I'm thinking of who would give me some iconic looks, who I'm just like, if I was going to go more recently, it would be Meg Thee Stallion.
Sure.
If I was going to go over, but not me personally, because my body don't look like Meg Thee Stallion, but yeah. If I was doing more recent, it would be somebody like Meg Thee Stallion or even a Cardi B, because Cardi has some iconic looks.
Sure.
That you could do from Cardi. But
sure.
But who would you do, Logan?
I think I would do Adele. It's simple, but I think I would have really played up Adele from her Vegas residency. And like made it really comedic and like just come out with a giant fake glass of wine. And I think that maybe would have been the direction I went. Or honestly, I think there could be a universe where I would do like Orville Peck. He's not really pop, he's more country. But I think Orville Peck could be cute. I don't know. That's kind of
or maybe Prince.
Prince would be good. Prince would be good.
But okay.
Maybe Barbra Streisand. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Or just do Cher. I think Cher would be an easy one to do. But I would do Cher from Mamma Mia too.
Okay.
In that, like, at the very, very end, when they're doing Super Trooper and she's in that look, that's the look I would do.
Okay.
So. But no one did any of those people. Nope. So we're going to start with Vicki Vivacious doing Freddie Mercury.
I was not expecting this, but I loved it. I was
There's a lot of drag king adjacent looks on this runway, and it made me very happy.
I was like, Freddie Mercury. Got it. Good. Liked it. I like this look. I did.
I really enjoyed it. I think we've seen many Freddies on Drag Race UK. I think this is one of the better ones for me because it's still very drag, but it's very Freddy, and I really enjoy that. I like what Vicki's done with her makeup here. It's a little bit less severe in the cheek and in the eye, and I think that really works for this. I love the crown. I wish, I understand it's a full white outfit on the inside. I just maybe would have liked it. This is good. This is at like 85% for me, and I wanted it to be at 100. You know what I mean? Like I just want like some like stoning somewhere other than the crown. Like I want something a little bit more. Okay. But I don't think this is bad by any means. So, yeah. Scores.
I'll give this a 93.
I'm going to give it an 85.
Okay. I liked it.
DeDeLicious doing Nicki Minaj.
I'm so happy she did Nicki Minaj and didn't feel the need to put on blackface. Good for you, girl.
Isn't it so refreshing?
Look how she is doing Nicki
But
Minaj, and we
it's
know,
so
and
Nicki.
we know it's Nicki Minaj,
Oh, yeah.
and she didn't have to put on blackface to do it.
I'm so gagged that Dee doesn't consider herself a makeup girl because she is.
Her makeup's phenomenal.
Her makeup is incredible.
I love this bodysuit.
Yeah.
I do. I wish the padding was more the same color as her skin tone.
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
That was the only thing I had an issue with, is just like the tights and the nude illusion not really necessarily matching. I think it's a decent match, but it's noticeable.
It's too noticeable for me, and then for your makeup to be that light and white.
Yeah.
It made it obviously noticeable, but other than
I'm glad she didn't go tanner. I will say that. I'm glad it ended up this way.
Yes.
I'm not taking off too many points because of the nude illusion, but
I appreciate the fact that she didn't do overstep and do anything crazy, but we know who her character is. I know she's Nicki Minaj. I look at her and I think that's Nicki Minaj. Got it.
I had one other critique. I wish the wig was a little bit more like solidly half and half.
Yeah.
Because you can tell she just had this platinum blonde wig and dyed half of it pink.
Right.
So I just wish there was a little bit more definition in that. But otherwise, I think she did great.
Yes.
So, scores.
I will give this a 90.
I'm going to give it a 93.
Cool.
Cara's Beyonce, baby.
Okay. So I saw this on Instagram before I even watched the episode.
I did as well.
And I was like, is that for this episode? Is that for this episode that I'm about to watch? And if it is, my God. This is so good. This is so spot on Beyonce. If you have never watched that Coachella performance, you are missing out, because I think that is one of the best performances Beyonce has ever done in her entire life. And I think Renaissance was amazing too. But this Coachella weekend this whole performance was everything. And her starting it out looking like this was everything. And because I knew the reference of why she put this outfit on, because if you ever watched School Days in your entire life, you know this reference, you know this look. And so when Beyonce did it, I was like, yes, Miss Girl, you doing School Days. Love it. And now, this is my favorite Beyonce look of all times, because I love this look. I think it was phenomenal when she pulled it off spectacularly, and Cara pulled it off just as spectacular. I love this look. She looks amazing. Her face, everything about this look is pure perfection. Pure perfection.
Ditto. Like, there really isn't anything else to say. I will say, though, this was not my favorite overall in the runway.
Mm.
And I will explain why later. But this is a phenomenal look. There is nothing bad I can say about this look. And I won't, because there's nothing bad to say. So, scores.
Overflowing dumb. All of the mugged or whatever. Duh. I don't know the tier, but ugh.
Duh.
Ugh. Good.
Next up is Tomara Thomas doing Elvis.
Or Demi Moore doing Elvis?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lana. Demi Moore as Tomara Thomas as Elvis Presley. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yes, but of course.
She does look like Demi Moore. I was like, oh wow, she does look like Demi Moore. But she looks beautiful. Her face is beautiful. I don't like this outfit as much. It's something about where the pants cut off. I don't like. I think they should have been wider bell bottoms. If you go do bell bottoms, you need to make them like for real big bell bottoms, like Elvis had. I think this is just too simple. I wanted it, like they said, I wanted drag Elvis, not actual Elvis. Give me drag Elvis, and she gave me Elvis, and then this wig is just I don't know what that wig is doing, but I'm not liking it. But she sold it though.
And that seems to be what Tomara is doing on this season.
Yep.
She's selling garments that are not nearly as good as they should be. And this is 3 weeks in a row on the runway. And I still love me some Tomara, but I'm getting a little concerned now because apparently a whole lot of money that's not hers was put into this package for her to compete on this season. And I'm getting concerned now. Yeah, the wig was crunchy. The garment is fine. The length is weird. The boot is fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
And even then, I still would have had her in the top 2 with this shit look. That's the difficulty. It's like, yeah. But
I don't know if I would have had her in the top 2. But
scores.
I will give this an 80.
Oh, I'm giving this a 60.
Oh, well, I'll give it 70.
Thank you.
Let me be real. Let me be honest.
I was gonna say, girl, be real.
Let me be honest.
That's what we're here to do.
Let me be real. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Next up, Frankenspice. I mean, it's Michael Marouli.
This is my favorite look. I have no qualms in saying this. This was why be 1 pop icon when you could be 5? And she did it so beautifully. It's ridiculous. Like, I was like, when she walked up, I said, oh, not you gonna be every single Spice Girl. And I could see exactly what every single Spice Girl starts and stops. And it was so good. I thoroughly enjoyed this look. I love what she did with the whole tape and make it like this. She was stitching together all the Spice Girls. It was so good. This is my favorite look for. This would have been in the top 2 for me.
I think what she did was great. It's great, but yet I still feel like something's missing. I don't know. Like
what the heck you want her to do?
I don't know. It's
had
good.
A whole big cape and the UK flag on her back. Everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but it's still very, very well done. I'm not mad at this in the slightest.
Oh, I don't know what else you want from Michael Marouli. Michael Marouli, I got you. I'm holding you down because I think
it's just because okay, so the only things that are repping baby are the boot and the hair, right?
And the stocking.
Okay. Then is Sporty the orange?
Sporty is the orange.
I think I want more of I think what I want, honestly, is I think I just want more balance.
Sporty is the orange top.
And then Scary
is the bottom leg.
Yes. And then
Posh is the black skirt.
Yes.
Baby is the stocking.
Ginger I want more ginger then, because
I think ginger is that boot. You think ginger is the boot?
I think ginger is just the wig.
I think ginger's the boot. Or ginger could be, because remember ginger used to wear the UK bodysuit?
Oh, is it just the UK on the back? It's just
so the UK on the back could be ginger.
It's still really well done, and I really enjoy it. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but it's really well done. So, scores.
Sure. This is getting a full cup for me, baby. Michael Marouli.
It's still full for me. It's still full for me. I can't say this is bad. It's just not my favorite.
I just don't know what to do with you.
Well, I think you're gonna be very happy when you find out what my favorite look is. Okay. Let's just say that.
You're stressing me out, but David
Next
Bowie.
up is Banksie, David Bowie. Now, we've seen a lot of Bowie on Drag Race UK.
We have.
This is my favorite Bowie.
Really?
This is my favorite Bowie we've seen. And I think it's just because I think Banksy really lent into the gender F of it all. And I've been wanting someone to do Bowie in that full-on androgyny. And for me, I haven't seen anyone do that fully on Drag Race UK.
Oh,
This for me
UK.
feels on UK, yes. This for me feels 100% full, like David Bowie's essence, like came into Banksy's body during this. And that's what I wanted, and I love this. And I love that it's this look. We also haven't seen this look from anyone. So I love this.
I mean, I've only seen Bowie done a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think this is the best one that I've seen.
Okay.
The best one for me was Sarah Forever. I think she pulled off a Bowie that I was like,
She
oh,
did
that's
Bowie good. She did Bowie
way.
good.
She did Bowie. I thought it was way better than this, but
Okay.
this isn't bad.
Yeah.
It isn't bad, but I think like I would have rather seen different hair. I think the wig for
Oh,
me is
see, the
not.
hair for me is what I love.
No, I think I need different hair for me. I need the more Bowie hair than this.
Well, I think the hair for me is very Banksy, and I think that's what grounds it in Banksy doing Bowie for
But
me.
yeah, I get it. But this ain't about Banksy. This is about Bowie, and this was the night of
But
1,000
it's
eye
about
color.
meshing them together is the thing.
Mm, mm,
Because
is
even
it?
in all of the ones we've seen so far, there are little elements of the person doing it, but also embodying the essence of the person they're doing.
Maybe. I don't know.
Fair.
I'm not a fan. I like
Fair.
it, but I'm not like over the moon about it.
Scores.
I will give this a 80.
I'll give it a 90.
Yeah.
Now, this is my favorite. Miss Naomi Carter. And it has to do with just how all of the details are so perfectly executed. And the way she performed it on the runway with the baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, Naomi walked out. I said, oh, yes. And I think also it might have to do with the fact that her makeup is so completely different
Yeah.
from what we normally see from her. Oh, I loved this.
I liked
Oh,
her. I really enjoyed her lemonade look. And I was like, okay. I knew exactly who it was. I knew exactly
oh
what it
yeah.
was. I knew what the
Yeah.
reference was. The hair look, the wig is wigging. I enjoyed this
I
look.
love that she did lemonade too. Like
I
that.
love this look. I was like, okay,
So good.
period.
It's so
Period.
good.
I love that her breastplate matches her skin tone perfectly.
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 I'm pretty sure there is makeup on the breastplate because I
I'm
think I noticed
sure.
at one point where the like the because it's definitely double-sided tape that's keeping it
Uh-huh.
all together. It
Uh-huh.
slipped, I think, at one moment during the untucked, and it was a slightly different skin tone. So I'm glad that there was, I believe, makeup on the
I'm sure.
breastplate.
It looks good though. She
Oh,
did a really good job. And her makeup is beautiful. It's soft, but it's very soft and it contrasts with the fierceness behind what she was performing because it
yeah,
was like she's giving but her face is soft. And I was like,
it's
okay.
it's giving Beyonce, but it's still giving Naomi in a
Naomi.
very
Hmm.
like in the eye shape specifically. You can see a little bit of like what she traditionally does with her makeup, but it's still very Beyonce and it's still very
It was good.
like I love Naomi's usual makeup because I
Uh-huh.
think like I love over exaggerated big makeup on queens of color because I just think it looks so good on them. But this right here, this is one of my favorite things I've seen on a runway in a very long time.
Okay.
I loved this. Ah, scores.
98.
Duh, duh, loved it. Ugh. And then next is Ginger, who is doing Elton John, allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, I didn't see Elton John in this, But sure, if she says Elton John.
This is a big miss for me. It's a big miss. And I get the hair because she's ginger. Like, I get it. But that's what throws me off the most. Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah.
it was... Oh, no.
I didn't see any Elton John in this at all.
She walked around... Before Rue said Elton John, I was like, who the fuck is she talking to?
I was like, what showgirl pop star
I know.
is it?
I was like, is she doing like Pink? Like my first thought was genuinely like, is she doing Pink, but with like instead of pink hair, it's the ginger? Oh, Ginger, I love you, darling. This is
that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
No, not even. No.
This wasn't it.
No. The makeup is good.
Yeah.
The makeup is always good. But no. Oh no. Scores?
Oh. You can't. I can't.
I'll just do it. I'm sorry. Ginger, I love you dearly. I think you're so talented. You looked amazing. Can we talk about her performance look with the blue and the pants? It was beautiful. It was lovely. That was lovely. This is a plead, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, girl.
I have to agree. Oh,
Let's move on.
It hurt to do it.
Because this dumb, stupid bitch, Kate Butch, doing Shania Twain. This stupid bitch. This stupid bitch. Oh.
This right here. I was like, wait. Because this is such an iconic look. Period. Even if you don't know Shania Twain, you've seen this look.
Yeah.
And she did this so beautifully.
And she had the plane.
Her performance. The car and Brad Pitt.
And she had the Brad Pitt.
It was like.
And the best part is Sophie Ellis-Bextor just leaning into it with her.
Right. Like, you got a plane. That doesn't impress. Oh, that's not impressing her. Oops, she pulled out a car. That don't impress her either.
Where's Brad Pitt?
Where's Brad Pitt? And she was like, I was like, and she bobbed up and threw it away. I was like, everything about this, from the minute she walked out on that stage to the time she walked back behind it, it was A+++++ grade A, the best performance of the night on that stage.
Yeah.
Period. She rocked this look.
Yeah.
She rocked this whole thing. I was so impressed with Kate Butch. My stand card is firmly with Kate Butch.
Yeah.
Like, I have only 3 stand cards to give, and she got one of them.
Damn.
She got one of them.
I think I'm going to amend my previous statement because I don't think, honestly, I can decide for best look between Kate, Naomi, and Cara for me.
Cara, yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're all...
so great. So stupidly great.
And I didn't think anyone would do Shania. No. You know who I would do for Pop Diva? I would do Reba. I would do Reba.
Yeah.
I would do Reba. I would come out with my little thin lip. And I would probably do You Lie, Reba. Because I can't think of any other like iconic Reba looks other than like
I just thought who I would do.
Well, let's do score. Oh, Missy Elliott.
Misdemeanor Elliott.
Absolutely.
In her trash bag look. I can't stand the rain.
You doing Missy Elliott, I'll do Reba. The wildest.
I can't stand it. Oh, baby. You already know. You don't even have to ask.
I'm gonna.
Oh my
I should have
God.
pulled out the banner earlier for Miss Cara. So this also goes for Cara, and for me
And for
personally, this also
Naomi.
and for
And
Naomi.
Naomi.
Fuck,
Magda. Period.
bitch.
They did what needed to be done. All of
They
them.
all of
All
them.
of them did what
Ah,
needed to be done. Ugh.
ah.
Ugh. Stupid.
So, well, we go to the runway and we find out that the Fierce Force 5 is our winning group and that
Yep.
the M52s are all safe.
Yep.
I don't agree.
I mean, I'm just happy nobody went home. Because
I
if I was
really
going to pick a winner from these performances,
yeah.
I would have wanted Cara in the top.
See, for me, my top 3 in the challenge would have been Cara, Kate, and Naomi.
Right. Exactly.
3-way lip sync for the
For the
win?
win.
I would have been okay with that. I just think more than anything, it's a serious discredit to what both Kate
Yes.
and Naomi, and quite frankly, what Banksy did as well. Ginger's look, I wouldn't have been able to justify her in the top, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But like specifically what Kate and Naomi did in the group, I really just it really. You can tell they are not featuring Kate Butch on this season because she's safe 3 weeks in a row.
But they give her so many confessionals because she's the funniest person in the cast to me.
It just make sense, Lana.
The math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing.
Because I think if I had to pick a singular winner based on everything tonight, honestly, I think I would pick Kate. And I know Naomi did so well, and Cara did so well.
I'm trying to think of if I from everything, from performance to lyrics to runway
to costume in the performance. I think for me, it's a very tight race for me between Cara, Kate, and Naomi. But for me, I'm gonna say Kate. Carry the one.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Costume.
You can and you will, Lana. I'm not rushing you, don't worry.
For me, Cara edges her out just a little, like smidge. Only because Cara also choreographed that whole routine.
Sure. I get
because
that.
You have to start nitpicking on all the little things because they were neck and neck the entire time.
I get it.
Like nick. But yeah, just because Cara or choreographed that small little oof.
Sure.
Oh, but still so good though.
Yeah.
They should all be very proud of themselves for this runway and this week.
Yeah.
Because it was just good on both ends.
Yeah.
But
this is one of the strongest episodes of Drag Race I think we've seen in a minute.
Yeah.
Honestly, from start to finish, just the challenge, the runway as a whole, the confessionals, the drama that we had.
Yep. Yeah.
Just everyone being funny.
That was good.
This season.
Watch out.
If you're not watching this season, you're missing out.
Look, they're coming for my Friends crown because I said for Friends was my favorite franchise thus far. But okay.
But so we get the Fierce Force 5 is our top group of the week and our top 2 overall because we are only giving out 1 repeater badge because we said this team was the top team, even though 2 of the members of this 5-person team did not do well. And we could have just given the win to the other group and it would have been okay, but that's fine and it's whatever because I'm happy because it's Cara and Tomara.
Period.
I think if you're basing it off of runway and challenge, I do agree.
I would have put Michael Marouli in there.
And I understand that. For me, though, I feel like Michael did a good job in the challenge and a good job on the runway. And I think Tomara, like quite
But
literally,
see,
what the
Tomorrow did
judges said.
a great job in the performance, but a not so
I would
great
say
job on the runway.
fantastic job in the challenge, and a mediocre job. I think if I'm balancing
But
it out,
see,
if I'm carrying the one,
it was fantastic in the performance and media, not so good in the chat in the runway. And then you have Michael Marouli, who was great. I say great in the challenge,
sure.
great on the runway.
Then I would say
Michael should
good
have
in the
been there.
challenge, good in the runway.
But
So I
still, that's
think,
nothing fantastic in.
but I think if I average it out and I carry the one, I still think well, they obviously put them in the top because roommates,
Right. They
whatever,
want the
like
drama.
exactly,
They were like, it really doesn't matter.
exactly,
And
and
they were going to put on a good show. They knew they would both put on a good show.
I think Michael, if we ever see Michael lip sync, I think Michael's going to put on a great show.
I agree with that.
So, but we get Cara and Tomara lip syncing to Remember by Becky Hill and David Guetta. This was an absolute perfect time to use Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis Bextor, the person you have on the damn show, but whatever.
Sure.
I really enjoyed this lip sync.
I did too.
I thought they both did. I think there was a clear winner.
Mm-hmm.
Cara did better. Point blank in the period. But I think what Tomara did was really fun because I think, and it was two very different styles of lip syncing. Because now we've seen Cara lip sync twice for the win. Right. And I love that. But we see Cara lip syncing and she has the stunts and she has the dancing. And Tomara just went full sex.
Yeah.
And she had the moves. But that's not what you were focusing on. You were focusing on face and you were focusing on movement and body. And I was just like, oh, okay, then Tomara. Mm-hmm. And when she took that jacket off and she just had the bra and the pants, I was like, that would have been a better look. But not Elvis, but it would have been a better look. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh, yes. But there is no denying this. Cara Melle! Finally! Her track record is so what? Top 2, low, win.
Right.
Wild.
Wild insane. Wild indeed.
She has not been safe.
No.
At all.
No. Either she's great or she's not.
And no one goes home.
Which I love.
This is, I believe, the second time ever that there's only been one elimination in the first 3 episodes of a regular season.
So crazy.
And the first time was Italia season 1.
That's so crazy.
It's fucking wild. But next week, it's acting improv in some capacity. I don't remember what the...
All I know is they were not pleased with some people, and they were like,
yeah.
They kind of, the preview was kind of like wild. I don't know. It was weird.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe one of our comedy girls will take a win.
Maybe.
But we'll see. So we have a very quick draft update to which Lana doesn't care because she's not in this draft. But
no. But I'll listen like I do.
Yes. Well, unfortunately for Kev, he's holding on to that last place spot.
Always.
With 11 points. Brandon is currently in 4th with 20 points.
Oof.
Brooke is currently in 3rd with 22 points. Esme is in 2nd with 22.5 points. And I am still leading the draft by half a point. I have 23.
This is half a point for me.
It's the one singular point between 1st and 3rd for me.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think once we start having regular weeks where people are going home and people are low and people are lip syncing for their life, like scores are gonna even out a little bit as we do that. But well, that's it.
Yeah.
A beautiful, lovely, and wonderful episode of Drag Race UK. Thank you for joining. We're here covering all things drag, programming, including but not limited to Dragula and La Mas Draga. So make sure to subscribe if you have not already. If you made it to the end of this video, why are you not subscribed? Point blank in the period, because we are entertaining. And there's a lot of other people on this channel that are also entertaining. So make sure to subscribe, hit all the buttons, do the things. If you hit the dislike, hit it twice. Make sure to follow us on our socials. All that information is in the description below. While you're following on socials, you could follow me and Lana on Twitter and Instagram if you really want to. I post food. That's it.
I post when I can.
Right. And while you're down in the description below, make sure to get yourself some cup merch, including but not limited to cup mug. Boom. All the links are in the description for you all. And thank you so much for joining. With that being said, cheers, Lana.
Cheers, Logan.
Goodbye, Diva.
Goodbye, Diva.
Goodbye, Divas. Bye-bye now.
Bye.